Okay, so we're back with Tales of Eternia. Now, I kind of remember what we were trying to do. We're trying to go through a castle. We defeated an enemy that kind of drained our healing resources. And we have to experiment a little bit with some combos to hopefully get a little further into the dungeon. Now, I think I have an idea of what I could try differently so that we're able to kind of pull things together a little better without getting instantly obliterated. Let's see if some combo ideas actually work, I think, in this stream. Let's go ahead and switch into the game itself. Give the game a second. There we go. And what did I want to do? Right now I'm playing as Gorger. Sonic Fists, I think I do want to spam a bit more, but I'm just looking to see if there's something else I could learn. Oh, I could learn Super Sonic Fists, so yeah, I definitely want to start spamming Sonic Fists, if nothing else to unlock that. And Deadly Force seems okay. It'll be make or break for us. Now, one thing I am thinking about, we might end up changing who has the Cramels now that we have two characters. Thinking about it. I think she should stick to Volt and Undine. I just don't know about these other two. We have Gnome and Sylph for sure. I want to take a look at these two characters. I don't know what plus mental charge is. I'm assuming that if I swap it, it changes who gets what. Oh, you know what it is? I think the plus mental charge means that's an ability she could potentially learn off of it, but I don't have either enough vitality to use it, or I don't have the right summons for it. So you see Stun Guard is grayed out, so I could learn Charge and Recover with Volt, but interestingly I can learn Explode and Absolute. So I think maybe I just need to keep leveling Volt. That's one thing else I wanted to do. I'll get rid of Spread for now. Let's have Nurse and Thunderblade. Let's see how far we can get, chat. This will be a very interesting experience. I could fight these enemies if I really wanted to. I actually want to check the elevator before we go any further. Okay, so this works now. Unfortunately, I forget where this put us.
Let's do it.
That's okay. Instead of heal, I think I want her to have Thunderblade spammed.
Tempest strike. Tempest
Thunderblade.
Tempest strike.
Yeah, Thunderblade does seem very useful here.
Tempest strike. Tempest
Thunderblade.
Tempest strike.
Tempest Strike, chat.
Demon twist.
Good luck, says the chat.
Tempest strike.
Tempest Strike can actually dodge those without needing to dump, which is interesting.
Tempest.
Again, we want to just keep leveling our skills a little bit. I actually don't want XP, I just want skill XP. That makes sense.
Close.
I don't know what a Konia is. What is that? Prepare by simmering powdered Konia stem and lime milk. It's a food item. Apparently I've received a couple of these before. It says so. What I could kind of do to even out their TP usage is, instead of him having the mental ring, I could probably do something like... Well, I could give him, what was it, Moon Crystal? Yeah, I could give him Moon Crystal to give him more TP. Or I guess it doesn't matter. I was just thinking about what to do here. Feeling a little indecisive still, unfortunately. And I guess I'll keep him with that, but instead of her having Blue Talisman, I could just go for Moon Crystal. That way she has more max TP. That could be more useful for us. And when I do, for example, like a basic cook, and I get TP up, it'd be nice. Very low on bear meat, apparently. Speaking of which, if I have anything that still uses bear meat, I'm gonna turn that off. We're out of lettuce. We're gonna undo that. Low on tomato. Dang. Kind of brutal. Do we have any simple dishes that recover health? Okay, broiled sandwich seems easy. We could leave that on. Can't do any better tofu. We're out of tofu. Could be parfait automated. Could be nice. Oh, we want to change the auto setting. I don't want this every battle. We'll run out way too quickly. Yeah. Do any ally with less than half health. That should be fun. I know. The Eternia editions are all bear meat, apparently. So, unfortunately, this was a shortcut, but I forgot where we're supposed to go. Oh, this is bad.
Demon twist. Demon twist.
This is really bad. Man, these normal encounters suck, chat. I hate getting in them. I'm actually dead here. Unironically, like, I'm super dead. Wow. Wow. Guess I'll retry. It puts me all the way back here regardless. For time purposes, I'll use this. Annoying. Normal fights are such bullshit in this game, chat. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, they are so unfun. Like, that was like boss level BS. They died instantly. Like, what was the counterplay? Just don't get surround attack? Like, that's lame. Stupid.
Let's do it.
Out of here.
Twin pop.
Flame wall.
Oh, this put me... Wait, that's all that does? That's where the teleporter took me? That was like nowhere. Oh, no wonder why I didn't understand where it put me. It just put me like one room away. It's a pretty lame teleporter, I must say, chat.
Let's do it. Demon twist.
Yeah, Demon Twist is definitely our best move by far.
Sonic thrust.
For sure.
Flame wall.
It's just clearly better than our other moves. And it looks like because each strike lifts the enemy, it actually stuns as intended. That's probably going to be our main combo move for sure. Now these enemies I think are weak to the sword we're using, which is good. Activity detected in the cage? What does that mean? But then nothing happened. Wait, you could choose... Oh, I could... Oh, maybe this levels them. Does it? Oh, it's just free XP. Oh, then there's no reason not to use this then. Now let's do that then. So anytime I fail cooking, I get XP. Okay. I'm okay with that, chat. Then we could get spells earlier, maybe. I think this is the right way. We just go all the way to the far right. Sure, we'll recamp here. Fighting death and the zombies is actually easier than everything else here by like a really wide margin. I don't know why the enemy difficulty is so lopsided in this game, but it's kind of annoying. Fantasia had very similar issues where enemy balance just made no sense. I actually feel Tales of Destiny was pretty well balanced. Like, it was overall very easy, which is fine. Like, there were some bosses that gave trouble, but, like, having experienced them, I knew what to do with them. But this game, it feels like just random enemy combinations are stronger than bosses we fought, which is a really bad feeling. You're trying to play a game, and you're just trying to make distance in the dungeon.
Demon twist.
I'll just do some basic strikes, I think, into Demon Twist.
Tempest strike.
Or I'll get combo from behind and have no ability to react to that. That's fair too, I guess.
Eruption. Demon twist.
I'll use Eruption here.
Efreet.
By my inferno, to ashes you burn!
Flame wall.
So I think with the 30% extra TP, she's more efficient with her TP. She should be recovering a lot after this battle. Yeah, so she went to 514, so she's getting a lot from the Moon Crystal, so it's kind of like the Mental Ring. It's not bad. So both Jerk and Carmel are very unlikely to run out of TP at this point. It keeps telling me to look at the cage and that there's nothing to look at. I don't know what to tell you, chat. So is there really no way to open a shortcut here? I just have to go the long way around to get to this room every time. Terrible. Oh, another back attack? Is it over? Am I about to game over again?
Flame wall.
Alright, we're out of here, chat. Like, could you imagine that? It's just like, you're just randomly in a hallway and you just die. Full health, doesn't matter. No counterplay, just dead. Alright, so we got about this far last time. I've leveled an okay amount. I guess I should save.
Let's do it. Tempest strike.
Yeah, I kind of like Tempest Strike as well, because I could use that to dodge while still attacking. Man, this... like, again, I'm getting hit by stuff that is off screen. It just feels kind of unfair. Like, what's the counterplay? Just know that they're casting spells and know what side they're on a teleporting enemy that's RNG? I don't understand, chat.
Rising Dragon Strike.
I think there's a reason Tales of Destiny did not have a lot of teleporting enemies.
Problem.
Anyway, we made up for using the inn at least. I would like to use Helper a bit more, but I think I need her to just heal for the time being. I'd like to keep using her, but I don't think the game is gonna let me. It's perfectly alright. Whoa, it displayed something. It's Melnix. Carmel, if you could. You bet. The calm seas engulfed by eternity. Huh? Hard confirmed. Why was the letter for confirmed on another scrollable? What? Left tower, right tower, ready for input? Ready for input. What's going on? It's a voice-activated machine. Advanced technology indeed. Oh no, do we have a puzzle?
Let's do it.
Okay, well, we'll take this encounter.
Tempest strike.
Again, Tempest Strike, actually a decent move.
Thunderblade.
Demon twist. Demon twist.
The feeling when you do Demon Twist to outrange and then you just get fireballed. Rest in peace.
Eruption.
I'll let them cast more spells, actually. I'm not even gonna attack here.
Victory.
Revolt leveled. She's getting okay TP. Can I burn this? Okay, I can't burn this, even though it looks like it's covering a very obvious entrance. Up to the 3rd floor. Wait, no, seriously, what does it want me to do? Oh, Eternia. You need to give me a left tower, right tower?
Tempest
Did we even come across towers at all?
Freeze Lancer. Demon twist.
Thunderblade.
Nice, she's using Thunderblade.
Demon
Excellent.
twist. Eruption. Demon twist. Demon twist. Demon twist. Demon twist.
We're slowly killing them with Demon Twist. That's all that matters.
No problem.
Another lovely mitten. Go ahead and use Nurse on ourselves. So I'm now at a loss of what to do. What is it? What left tower, right tower? What is it talking about? What did that even do? Nisha Silver says, how's the game been? Kind of brutal. I don't know what it wants me to do. I'm thinking about it, there is a door we saw much earlier I couldn't do anything about, but that didn't really give me a hint as to what I should be doing here. So I'm just thinking about it before I go into this ridiculous encounter rate, where I should be going. So it said something about left tower, right tower. I guess I have to backtrack at some point. Hello, Rien. You did, and I hit a dead end almost immediately after the other boss. Alright, so let's think about this. So, if there's an elevator in this room, and it's now active, I assume the game wants me to use it, so this would probably be the right play. But did I miss something? Oh, let's leave. I know, backtracking. Can't do anything with this. Oh, you know what? Did I ever shoot that? I don't think I did. Okay, so it brought us back to the camp. Ah, okay. Okay, I don't think we've been here before. Progress is being made. Okay, well I have enough if I want to go back for an item. I really don't care at this point. Ready for input? Carmel, say those words again. The com sees? Input verified. Just as I expected. Hey, not too bad at all. What did this do? Game, are you gonna explain what any of this was for? Okay, so I got the passcode from the other room, and this did what exactly? No. I kept saying Carmel instead of Cramel, so we just called her Carmel. It's much simpler. Okay, well now I have to... Again, I don't want to run around randomly because the encounter rate in this area is too high. Okay, so... Let me think about this. So there is one door we couldn't go to. I will try to backtrack to it.
Let's do it. Demon twist.
This game is making me think a lot at the very beginning of the session. I'm like, okay. But apparently tons of backtracking. I was thinking it would be more like... That might be a shortcut later to go back. But maybe we have to go there now. Because there's a room where there were like the 4 exits. And then a central exit.
You can't beat me.
I think we want to go there. We're gonna go all the way out, and we're just gonna camp immediately. And we might as well also save here, because we did make progress. Holy Bottle, it feels kind of useless in this game. I'm gonna be real honest with you. It feels very bad to use. Like, I've used a few of them, but... Like, in the older Tales game, for example, I could time a Holy Bottle to reset the steps per an encounter, and that'll stop you from getting into encounters. Meanwhile, this has the same duration of Tales of Destiny, but it doesn't have that feature. Like, there. Do you see what I mean? Like, I just feel like Holy Bottle is so useless in this game. It like, helps slightly, but it still feels like trash, not gonna lie. Pretty bad. Pretty much 0 out of 10 for me in terms of usefulness. I will do it as like a placebo effect, but honestly, it very rarely helps. Alright, so this is the door I couldn't go into. It still doesn't open. Okay, now I have no idea what it wants. This is bad. This was my only idea, is that panel opened this door. Okay, where could we go from here? Was there a path I didn't take down this side? Wait, this just goes back. Or do I want to go back? I don't even know. I don't know what the point of this castle is, other than to waste time. Okay, I might have to equip the thing to run from combat faster, since I'm getting hit a lot attempting to escape. So, goodbye, fairy ring. Where's it at? Yeah, we need magic mist. Hello, Rixian. We did beat it. Oh, I forgot it mirrored the other side. Okay, that makes a little more sense. Now mithril arms. Okay. I think we're still using bear claw. That's a pretty big damage increase for us. Good find. Glad I didn't spend money on any upgrades. Yeah, Rixian, that boss in Slay the Spire got destroyed. It was a little scary because we got a very bad boss for us, but we were so overgeared, it didn't matter. Even though it should have countered our build, it didn't. Karma. You bet, I know. Engulfed by eternity. Hall unlocked. Hall unlocked. Okay. The path is opened. Finally, face to face with Balir. Okay, now is that central room open? Like, that at least gave me a clue that a whole area should be open.
Let's do it.
Yeah, how about no?
Triple blossom.
See, if it's like the skeletons, I'll fight them. But if it's that, I won't. Did she get poisoned at like the 0.2 seconds we were in combat? It's so bad. This is the first game you ever beat? I'm so sorry. It's slightly better than Fantasia, but I definitely prefer Destiny to this any day. I feel like what really holds this game back from being enjoyable, for me personally, is just, I feel like hit stun in this game does not make any sense. I really wish they fixed that in the PSP release. Destiny had confusing mazes, but I feel the combat was way easier. So I just felt like even if I got lost, it didn't matter. Whereas in this game, I get lost, I could literally just party wipe on something random.
Let's do it.
Case in point. We're gonna switch other formations to the I need to leave combat faster formation. Off topic, have I told you about Vesperia? I've never played Vesperia. Okay, I think we finally made it to the boss. Oh my gosh, what an endurance run. So I suppose... Oh, I can't believe I can't quick scroll this menu. It's painful. I will cook the sweet parfait. One day. There we go. I want to just give all the stars to one character. So we're now at max TP, and I hope that this is a battle we can win. Just gonna double check our equipment. We got Excalibur. She's still using Memory Whistle. That's pretty bad. But I don't think her equipment matters that much, to be honest with you. It's mostly intelligence. I feel like this has the same issue that Fantasia had, where you get like these really strong weapons, but it's irrelevant because they should never be meleeing. Where I feel like that issue was kind of solved in Tales of Destiny, and they went backwards for some reason, where you had the Swordians that granted intelligence with level ups. So I just feel like those two characters are going to be kind of stale. Now, if I feel the combat is too hard, I could swap in one of our bonus characters. Yeah, I should probably get rid of Magical Mist. Honestly, I don't even know what to take for this encounter. I just feel like I'm gonna get hit by trash garbage. I'm just gonna let you know, chat. No, I don't need most of this. Maybe warrior symbol. Our healer constantly regenning health is actually kind of needed. I don't technically need it. Okay, I'll resave since I changed the items. Yeah, I haven't played Vesperia. I was originally planning on playing through all the Tales games, but I think I got kind of soured on it after Fantasia, so I think I'm just gonna handpick which ones I want to play. Unfortunately, this one turned out to be much harder than I remembered.
Let's do it.
Of course I get into a combat right before the boss. Of course, chat. Do you see what I mean? Like, I was in combat for like literally 2 seconds, and he lost almost half his health, and he got TP drained. Come on. This is the worst feeling, chat. Ridiculous. Okay, there we go. We're at the boss.
There he is. Balir?
Yeah, I don't know why you could just immediately get into an encounter there. It's just kind of unfair.
Wait! Something's wrong.
Balir?
Is he dead?
It's a mummy. Could this be Balir?
No!
Does this mean Balir is dead? If so, who's behind the Grand Fall?
Okay, this is the closest the game has come to a plot twist so far.
Balir is dead. Balir died 10 years ago, but his soul lives within me.
Okay.
Giselle!
Fought through everything, never ran from a real fight. I see, this kind of goes into a we'll detour from the plot for a moment as we take in this weird Giselle plot twist. So, it makes sense to fight a lot of things, except this game and Fantasia do not balance XP properly. So what I mean by that is that there are certain sections of this game where, for example, when we had the guest party member, where we could get exponentially more XP than if we do any other fight in the game. Now, I didn't abuse it, otherwise the game would be too easy. But I think a big issue with it is that I could spend 2 to 5 minutes doing an encounter that gives me 800 experience in here, or I could just go outside, get 1.2 thousand, and do it in half the time. So I feel like the XP balancing is really whack in this game. It's not as bad as Fantasia's, but it's still really not good. Like, the difficulty to kill them versus the reward is not balanced properly, in personal opinion. Like, not even close. Hello, Giselle.
Oh, so it's you. It's been a long time, Meredy.
Meredy, do you know her?
Who is she?
Giselle is Balir's consort.
Consort? You mean Balir's wife?
Are you the one causing the Grand Fall?
Of course. Could any other?
But why?
What is the value in a world choking in the miasma of its own sickening desire? It was also the dying wish of Balir against all those whose obsession with material possessions took his life.
That's no reason. We can't just let you destroy Eternia.
You fool. It isn't destruction. It's rebirth. Balir and I will allow none to stand in our way.
So we have no choice but to fight.
Okay, I love
Max?
I love the villain dialogue being interrupted with her getting shot in the face. Okay, I like that subversion of expectations. We're not just gonna have a dialogue off. that perked up my mood a little bit. Fantasia, good first foundations, potentially better story. I don't know about better story. I would say it led to some interesting designs, but a lot of the things that I would say are staple in the series actually still came from Destiny. Like, the concept of having the 4-man party was in Fantasia, but the entire combat system that's used in this game is based off of Destiny. Yeah, Fantasia has its own combat system, at least if you're talking about the original. And if you're talking about the remake is based off of Destiny. So I like the characters a lot more in Destiny. I would have said it would have had worse dungeons, but then Fantasia exists. So I would say between the two, it has the middle ground of dungeons. And Eternia dungeons aren't completely bad. I just feel like they're mostly pointless. Because Eternia does not have good dungeon design either. It's a lot of weird forced backtracking and just, like that whole trial with the pirates? What a waste of time. They just have like dungeons for the sake of dungeons, I guess is the best way to put it. But definitely cleaner sprite work, I would agree with that.
Oh, looks like I was a step late for the big dance. Leave Balir to me. Oh? Balir's a woman?
Oh, Dogi.
No matter. Victory will be mine. Charge!
Fool!
Max, are you all right?
Yeah?
Not much for small talk, is she? Let's do it.
A waste of time.
Different boss music, a little foreboding. How much health does this character have? Oh, we're giving up. I'm not doing this fight. No. Don't even waste your time. Just walk into it. We're done. We're done. Just kill me. We're clearly not meant to beat this battle. I refuse to believe this is supposed to be winnable. I'm embracing death, chat. It's over. 120,000, get out of here.
Gates to eternal void, show your passage!
Wait, how did they live that?
Here.
Okay. Okay, it was definitely supposed to be a forced loss. Chat, didn't I call that, though? I felt like it was too easy getting here. There's no way we were gonna win against Balir first time in. I guess it's technically true because he's dead, but also, even in theory, the Balir stand-in we still couldn't beat. It's a good prediction. I'm glad I didn't waste time on that boss battle.
I did not wish to waste my true power on the likes of you, but you give me no choice.
I did call that last stream. It's pretty good considering I haven't played this far before.
What?
Run! You mustn't fight!
Raz? How?
Benicia, you love the Magi emote. So if you pay channel points to unlock the tier 1 subscription stuff from my channel, you could get the Magilu troll face. I believe there's a Magilu in there for followers only. So if nothing else, you could use it on the stream. Oh look, it's Lord Ra, chat. It's been a while.
Your powers are no match for her Aurora art. Run!
How would you know?
You're
Too
wide
late.
open!
I say again, vanish yonder into Vatenkeist.
Thank you, Phoenicia Silver, for following. Yeah, I think just from watching the stream, I think it gives you, what is it, like 250, I think, on a first viewing, and I think following gives you extra points. I think I set it as low as possible, so that way you do not technically need to subscribe. Just use the channel points for 80 to unlock it for the day. It was the wide open Garen. It was, Aizen from Berseria.
Face the baptism of the Aurora.
Aurora Wall!
Lear's not looking too good, chat. I just realized, chat, I could probably have Stream Deck just use all of my emotes to show them.
Alive? Hey, is everyone all right?
I'll do that later, I think.
I'm alive. I wonder why.
I'm okay too.
Farah? Farah! Farah! No!
Hey, Reed? What's wrong?
What do you mean? What's wrong?
How did we survive a full impact of Aurora art?
Ras! Ras!
Oh no, the character with the best arts in the game. This sucks. I guess he won't be a guest character or rejoin our party at this point. What a shame, Chad. He was so OP. He was actually broken tier.
Reed.
Yeah, for those that didn't see it, he started with I think a ridiculous 8-hit combo that pure stun-locked enemies. So if you did his, what was it? His equivalency of Neo Swarm combined with, I think, Ferris/Helper's Sonic Fist, that kind of led to near infinites. I mean, we got a 38-hit combo instantly. And, like, if we had wanted to, we could have downgraded all of our weapons. We could have purposely ground to get, like, super bonus XP. But he was clearly better than every character. Yeah, he's so much better than the protagonist. The bravest aspect is Destiny. If you beat Leon and Harments, you get an end screen. Yes. We streamed that a while back, and we got, I think, all the quote-unquote endings. So we got all the joke endings, and that's one of them. Leon might be tough, but he's not E-Bullet tough.
Why? Why did you save us?
But I did find amusement from it, for sure.
There was something I needed to give you.
Is this the Seifert key? This light, what is it?
It is the Divine Aurora.
Divine Aurora? What is Aurora anyway? What does it have to do with me?
Meet with Galanos. He will tell you the rest. It looks like this is the end for me.
Russ!
Reed, protect those you love. Aurora Arts exists for that purpose.
Yeah, in general, I also think because the hit stun was so high in Destiny, I think that's why I also liked it. You could do some really crazy infinite combos in that game. Or, like, semi-infinites. Like, Beast Fang in particular, god tier. And you get it so early in the game. Literally, you could use that the entire game once you get it.
Raz!
Russ!
Ras.
No!
He's finally questioning the light. We finally learn why Gorgeous here. Listen, chat, listen. We don't have Detective Dogi here to figure out the basic questions they should have been asking like 12 hours ago. Listen, we still don't know what Febriel is, quote unquote. Every time the game has tried to give us an explanation, conveniently Carmel has not been able to explain it. Even though I'm sure there are ways to describe it in ways that are not complicated. Jerk didn't care. I agree. I mean, he doesn't have a reason to care about him at all. If you think about it from a plot standpoint, when this character showed up and he joined our party, Jerk wasn't there the entire time, and Jerk only really saw that guy betray us. So honestly, I don't blame him if he doesn't care about that character. What is my favorite Tales game then? Probably Berseria. I have fun with Zillia. I think if you're playing on the highest difficulty, the Zillia final boss is way overtuned and a nightmare. But otherwise, if you don't do that, it's kind of fun. I ironically like Zestiria, even though it's a terrible game, because I have fun making fun of it. But Tales of Destiny, I think, might be my favorite classic. Of all the ones we played so far, Destiny so far, by far, favorite. Yeah, they have some very interesting translation names. I agree with that, Venetia Silver. They didn't quite have it down yet. I'm fine. I'm ready to go all the way. Why even have him say anything? I don't know. I sort of liked Berseria, but a certain character couldn't stand it, ruined it for me. Oh, you didn't like Berseria? That's a shame. What characters ruined it for you, out of curiosity? Yeah, I was like, Bienfu is a pretty common one. I'm pretty neutral to him, to be honest. I like his comedy in the sense that I think it draws an interesting aspect out of Magilu. I don't like him as an individual character, if that makes sense. You hate the voices? I like the voices for the most part. I think the English voice acting is fine outside of probably Bienfu. I know Bienfu could get on people's nerves. And whatever Kamoana. Kamoana is the worst. I can't stand Kamoana. I'm so tempted to skip every time we go to a cutscene with her. Then let's go. But I think the Japanese voices are fine. Like, that's an easy solve. I don't get as invested in it because I really like listening to Laphicet and Velvet scenes in particular together in English. But the Japanese version's fine. Some people say it's better. I mean, at that point, it's very subjective. But I will have to say, in terms of annoying voices, the Japanese version's a lot less annoying. They certainly nail the annoying voices in English. Let's go see Galanos and Luishka and see what Lord Ra was trying to tell us. Sure, Gorger. The Divine Aurora. Yeah, it looks like our role to search. Look like it's our role to search for it. Right, no problem. You bet. I don't remember Luishka's. Let's go consult the map. Oh. Okay. We never went here still, but I think we need a flying ship for that. Okay, so I have to kind of go dead center. Got it. Can we interact with anything here out of curiosity? If there are new chests or anything? Like, does anything stop us also from just going back into the castle? No, it's just here. Okay. Well, I'll save since we made progress. You don't like Eleanor and Magilu? I mean, Eleanor I think is pretty standard, to be honest with you. I know some people don't like Magilu, which is a shame. I feel like for me, I was not sure if I'd like her or not. I was kind of on the fence with her, but I feel like when it got later into the game, I liked her. I would say initially she came off as more annoying to me.
Meredy, I have a question for you.
But I think by the end, I liked her.
Yes?
What is your relation to Giselle?
Giselle is Meredy's mother.
I had a feeling it was her mom. I actually didn't want to say that because the color of the character was a little different between the two, so I wasn't sure if it was trying to infer that she wasn't from this planet. I mean, she still might not be, but anyway. Because she never said her parents were dead.
Then Balir is your...
She's been very careful with it, so I'm not surprised at this plot twist.
father.
Yeah, I had a feeling. Because if you think about it, her brother...
No wonder. Now it makes sense why you've been so determined.
Her brother was working for them, so it just kind of makes sense. You're not fond of Arise? I've still not played Arise. I'll probably play Vesperia at some point, probably after I play through Xillia on stream. Yeah, definitely no spoilers for Arise. Rokuro's brother is Zoro in Japanese. I'll take your word for it. I didn't listen through the Japanese version very far. As I said before, I preferred the English version with the exception of the annoying voices, where Japan was less annoying with them.
Why didn't you tell us? Are we really that unreliable? Can't you trust us?
No, we can't trust her. This was established earlier.
If you don't trust me, then how am I supposed to trust you?
Most of the problems come with the DLC and gameplay aspects. I thought it was really gross that they're pushing the DLC as you're just in like a campfire. I thought that was really, really gross amongst many of the other problems with the DLC. I'm like, listen, I'm playing a single player game. Why you gotta do this here? It's one thing if it's in the main menu and I'm like, whatever, I only see it when I start up the game and that's fair. They want to have a news ticker. But when like I'm in a game, I'm like, I really don't want to keep reading about the swimsuit DLC. I'm like, listen, I want to focus on the game. You're taking me out of it.
I am sorry. How do I say? I did not know. I'm sorry.
It's all right, Meredy. Having to fight your own mother. I can't even begin to imagine the pain.
Was Giselle always like that?
Balir and Giselle, they were kind long ago. Long ago. But Meredy remembers warm, light memories.
Then why is she doing this?
I do not know. Meredy, away from them for a long time.
Reen saying Jerk is bringing shame upon his mage class. I mean, we can trust Quickie. Even though giving the directions to Quickie was a nightmare.
This may all be tied in with the Aurora art.
Right. Once we meet Galanos, we might learn something.
Okay, so let's try to figure out where we are on the world map. I think I'm in... Oh, okay. There we go. Wrong button. I think I'm over here near Tinsia, so I need to go around Tinsia. I blame the morons more than the animals. I mean... I still feel like they're not being very forthcoming with a very obvious plot twist. I'm just waiting for it to happen, chat. Like, we got the Seifert key now. Looking like odds are very high we're going back to the first area. Okay. Oh, we just teleported here. That's convenient. I see. So Lord Ra wasn't in time. Tell me, Galanos, why did Lord Ra save us? How did you know him? All is due to the key's guidance. The Seifert's key's guidance? It holds the will of the god of creation, Seifert. To follow this key is to follow the will of Seifert. Was Lord Ra guided by Seifert to visit you? Yes, and to learn the Aurora art, he passed the trials of Seifert. Oh, so we're gonna get a good ultimate technique. Okay, so this is kind of like Fantasia, where we get some completely nonsensical ability at the end of the game. That's good. Because I still feel overwhelmingly much weaker than a Tales of Destiny character still, even though I have more moves. The Trials of Seifert? There are two forms of Aurora arts. Power Slide. I wish we had a Power Slide. This game would be over. There are two forms of the Aurora arts. There is the Dark Aurora of Nereid, and there is the Divine Aurora of Seifert. Oh no. No. No, not more elemental dungeons. Oh, come on. Free me from this quest. Oh gosh, we're gonna do Maxwell at this point. Oh, we're gonna have like 3 more dungeons. The padding is real, chat. I feel ultimate despair. Are we really gonna go have to recruit Shadow and Luma? Or whatever the equivalency is in this game? Man. Divine Aurora Art of Seifert. So if we have that, can we beat Chazelle? Perhaps, but it cannot be acquired unless one bears the Febriel. Oh my gosh, we're getting a plot explanation to Febriel. Febriel? Strong power! Yes, that light has taught us this, that both Gorger and Lord Ra share the same essence. Then why? Why did Lord Ra lose to Chazelle? Didn't he undergo the trials of Seifert and acquire the Divine Aurora art? Lord Ra had not completed the trials. Because he came to save us? That was the decision he made of his own free will. Oh, so he died a meaningless death. Okay, got it. Checkmate. Where is it, Galanos? The place where I can undergo the trials of Seifert. Uh-oh, chat. Look at that. Gorger is updated. His motivation is no longer avoiding things. He finally is taking initiative, chat. He has officially stepped into the role / the shoes of the protagonist. This is where you flip off the devs. I mean, you're not wrong. I will let you know, I'm not gonna lie, kinda tired of Tales games with the elemental dungeons. See Symphonia, Eternia, Fantasia, parts of Zillia, like Zesteria. They need to like get off of that, chat. I'm telling you, that is such a crutch for them. Gorger, you will try for us? Gorger, I'm the only one with the Febriel, right? Indeed. The trials are at the Seifert Shrine. The Seifert key will show you the way. I got it. We better get moving. We've got no time to waste. Seriously, they repeat this so many times. You bet. Let's go. No problem. Galanos, what will you do? It's a bit out of your way, but could you take me to we were just there. We're backtracking again. Fine, we'll take him to Shaleska's hideout. Going to meet Shaleska? I would like to join forces with them to find a way to defeat Chazelle, or the Douse stand-in of this game. So Driver to read Herschel. Read protagonist, not EXE. Yeah, it's no longer not responding. They got the bug fix. I understand. Let's visit Tincia first. Okay, it mercied us. It didn't make us actually leave there. It's the one kind thing the game has done so far.
Thinking about something?
Yeah, I am. Why did Ras save us?
I don't know. He should have been the true protagonist, question mark? That's my response.
Ras felt grateful to you. You taught him to see the world as it is, with unclouded eyes.
Well, he didn't see the world for what it was for very long.
That can't be. Ras was the one who did all the teaching.
He said that he had changed too. That he had learned to become an individual, ruled by no one, and stand on his own 2 feet.
Okay, chat, I know I mentioned this in a previous stream, but this is where I have a problem with the Eternia writing. 80% of the time, it is a character telling us that they've changed or that they think something, rather than us experiencing it. So I don't feel like any attachment to these characters. Like, wouldn't it have been more interesting to watch him turn against his own king? Like, that would have been a much more moving moment, whereas, like, some old fart in a rundown village is telling us, oh, he's totally changed due to the power of friendship. Like, I don't know, chat. The only character you have attachment to is Max. You know what? I can actually see that because he subverted the most tropes so far. Like, we ignored a really dumb puzzle and he just bashed through the wall and he shot Chazelle immediately instead of just standing around talking. So I will say by far, 1000% agree with you, Phoenicia. 1000%. Best character in this game.
So, when he saved you, it was for the sake of the world.
No, it was. Wait, but if he just beat Chazelle, that would also save the world. I'm not buying this game's phone it in logic.
Ras wanted to save the world.
Not buying it.
He wanted to save the world too?
He loves animals, so my sister our hearts. Oh no. It begins.
Ras did not die in vain. Isn't that so?
I mean, I think he really did. The game is really trying to push this, and I don't agree with this. So he died as a... Okay, so he has the most power shy of the king, essentially, in the other continent. So he just died for the sake of commoners, who he barely knew. And allegedly, it completely changed his life in the 5 or 10 minutes we actually spent talking with him. Allegedly. I don't know, chat. I'm not buying this.
Yes, I won't let it be in vain. Not on my life.
He was clearly better than the other characters. Like, he honestly could have soloed every boss we came up to at this point, since his combo's actually stun. This deserves a Devil May Cry game, maybe. So anyway, so remember how I was at the fortress earlier? We have to go all the way back. Chat, we like to call these things time wasters. Eternia clearly does not respect our time. We were literally at the port. I have to go all the way back around the port that I dodged in the first place. And we were just there prior to going to the castle. So again, just, yeah, give the facepalm in chat. It's just like, really? What would stop him from traveling to Tincia to meet us? How bad was Symphonia backtracking? I don't know, I never completed it. I got kind of tired of that game pretty quickly. I got far enough to get to, we'll call it Disc 2 in the GameCube version. But yeah, not super far.
Galanos and Shaleska together are unbeatable. Let's hurry to Tincia.
Thank you, hint system. Yeah, I'll put it this way. There was an item you needed, I think it was the Mana Seed, that I never found. Even though I'm pretty sure I cleared every dungeon. And I got stuck, so I gave up. I was bored. I was just like, I don't care how this game ends. I don't care. Just walked away. Yeah, I did things like the shadow and the light puzzles. Yeah. That game feels incredibly stiff, I will say, for a 3D game. I know people are like, oh, it revolutionized the 3D. And I'm like, it doesn't make it any good. I will take Destiny over Symphonia any day, for sure. Both in terms of plot, characters, combat, just everything. Any day, chat. What do you think? I believe my knowledge of the Aurora art should be of good use. You tried it for 1 hour and felt the combat was wet cardboard? Which game? Oh, my assist to our heart, says Isla. I'm honored to meet a famous Cramo engineer such as yourself, Galanos. I humbly beg for your assistance. I don't blame you. It felt really, really bad. I know people have like the nostalgia goggles or nostalgia glasses with it, like the rose-tinted glasses. Even growing up, I'm like, man, this didn't feel good. I feel like that game, the biggest way I can summarize its issues, and now that we've played it, I could say this, Symphonia is basically Fantasia 2.0, and it does not fix any of the issues that Fantasia had from a plot, character, or combat standpoint. So you have really flat and very boring mages, and that's a byproduct of it being a Fantasia game. Like 100%. Yeah, they're the same universe, and that's the problem. That's the problem. They never evolved. It just gets very tedious very quickly. I'm honored to meet a famous criminal engineer such as yourself, Galanos. I humbly beg for your assistance. Yeah, they are. It'll make sense later. It's not really relevant that they're in the same universe, but it's their excuse to do more of the same elemental stuff. It's so boring. I tried to think of a way to make Symphonia interesting, chat, and I think I might just skip Symphonia. I'm gonna be real with you. I just don't like any of the characters. I don't think I could sit through like 20 hours of skits with them. Unless I skipped all skits, then maybe I could do it. Boss, will it be alright with you? Yeah! Yeah, alright. Then shall we begin our research of the dark matter that Chazelle disappeared into? Yes. Well, we'll be leaving now. We will return as soon as Gorger gets the divine Aurora. Please be very careful. When you're unsure of your destination, hold the sacred key and recite your wish calmly in your mind. Gorger, don't lose it. Don't worry, I made sure to put it in the bag of valuables. Oh, we're acknowledging that that's an in-game thing? Interesting. Well, let's go ahead and use it. I'm gonna read chat in a moment. I can't use it here, apparently. Wait, it says triangle for trash? Wait, can you throw away the sacred key? Skip to Legendia? Legendia did not work for me. Unless... Well, maybe if it's a PS2 game, I could try it. It was completely broken. Maybe one day I'll show you Legendia on the PlayStation 3, if it's the one I'm thinking of, with the protagonist with the very spiky white hair. Yeah, do you want me to come along? I think you could use the help. But what about the research of the dark matter? We can do the research by ourselves. Why don't you have the boss go along with you? I'm sure you'll find his strength to be of great help. Am I gonna play the DS ones, like Innocence? I don't know. Aren't they not translated? There's ones where they quote-unquote have translated it, and it's more like a walkthrough on the side. I don't think I could play an entire Tales game where item menus are not translated. To my knowledge, they're not translated. Yeah! Sure is amazing that he survived the encounter with Chazelle. The man is indestructible. Should he join us? Sure. My assist to our hearts. Good luck, boss. Yeah! Take good care of Didi for me. Is that the name of his animal? I think it is. Yogi joined the party. When you are unsure of your path, hold the sacred key and recite your wish calmly in your mind. Okay, I'm gonna recite my wish to the sacred key soon, chat. It'll be, let me find the credits of Eternia. Let me find it and skip all of the bosses. Walk as Max. Maybe at some point. I don't particularly want to play as him, since he only has one skill at the moment. Oh, she actually didn't leave our party this time. She just doesn't exist in cutscenes. Thanks, game. Yeah, this is kind of like not working for me. Yeah, because to do that, I have to switch him into player 1. Let's sub him out for now. I'll swap just for chat, just for now, but I really don't want to play him in combat at all. If he had more skills, I'd be more interested. But so far, he hasn't unlocked anything. Alright, well this would have helped us earlier. Guess we'll pick up the cape. Requires a guide, I remember. Yeah, we're not using guides anymore. I was using it for lens briefly, and then I just gave up. I just wanted to show how obnoxious the lens were in this game. that was literally it. I was just like, look how obnoxious it is to find these ones. Like, I think by this point in the game, you're supposed to be at around 40, I think. Maybe 42, 43. I'm trying to keep track of in my head where we should have been. If you play as Vesperia Definitive, they recast the protagonist's voice actor in it, but only for a few new lines of the dialogue, and it's blaringly obvious. Well, if it's the Japanese version, I don't know if we'll hear that. That's what a reference... When you say recast the voice, I think you have to specify English or Japanese. Because I do believe it allows you to choose in the beginning. Where shall we go? Gorger, try using the sacred key. Sure, where do I put it? Or you just hold on to it, you idiot. Oh no, he lost it. Oh, never mind. I was thinking he meant like he was trying to insert it somewhere. English version? Okay. I mean, I felt the voice acting in the game, from what I heard, was pretty bad. Wow, indeed, Gorger. What was that light? I hope I could see that again, because I don't actually know where that was on the map. Seyfried is guiding us. Seyfried's shrine must be at the end of the light. Unless it's just on the world map. Can you show me again where it is relative to here? Okay. Yeah, like, I make fun of this game for the voice acting, but it honestly did not get better with Vesperia. Symphonia actually is pretty solid voice acting, I will say. I will give credit to that. And I think some of the skits are good when it doesn't involve, let's such a klutz. Can you believe it, guys? Because I find that endlessly insufferable. Okay, well, this is a problem. I don't know where it's trying to take us. I'm gonna go around here for now. Yeah, that's pretty awkward. I mean, I feel like they did something weird with Vesperia. Like, did they outsource that or something? Because it's a noticeable quality difference between that and the other things. Because Vesperia is not even like a old version of that. Oh, is that our destination there? Okay. Well, enough of him. Well, I'll very briefly do the... Oh, I didn't want to get into combat. Well, I think we're gonna die here. Well, actually, they're not doing that much damage. Maybe we'll be okay. Parry us with Thunderblade.
Spiral attack.
Yeah, his combat feels really awkward.
Neo Swarm.
Oh, I tried inputting the technique faster. Didn't work. Actually, that was fairly easy. Huh, so if I had gone here earlier in the game, I would have been power leveling? Question mark? Party display, character, or face? Yeah, I like the character model better. But anyway. Let's swap out. Actually, you know what? If the enemies are not going to be that hard, I'd rather play Helper. Destiny loved the text bubble enough to use the swear words. Yeah, I just feel like Destiny had a more interesting story because A, it's not elemental temples, but B, I feel like it was actually an interesting twist for some of the villain characters. Not every villain, but I do like that they played a larger role with it. And I think that's a big problem with Symphonia, this game, as well as Destiny, where villains just kind of show up at the last half of the game and they don't really, I don't know, you just don't really get involved with them. I think that's a big reason I like Berseria, because you're playing the anti-hero and you're constantly interacting with the villains. And I feel like Destiny, you end up interacting with a lot of characters that end up being villains for one reason or another. So I find that more compelling and more interesting when I play those kinds of games. Like, this game kind of had it where Lord Raz betrayed us briefly, but then he became an ally anyway, kind of thing. Kind of had it going on. But a lot of the time, we're just going from, like, temple to temple, and we don't do anything with the villain, we don't really interact with what the villain is doing, and it's just mostly unlocking things, which is kind of unfortunate. Hey, Kirk, hope you're doing well. I mean, Reen, I think at one point, I literally, kid you not, one of the villager voice actors in English is, I swear they're trying to do like a Goofy from Disney voice impression, and it is so distracting. I'm like, who talks like this? What is happening? Why are they doing this?
Let's do it.
A lot of enemies. Ooh, unfortunate, we got the back attack there, I think. Oops. Yeah, we got back attack, so I'm gonna flip the order.
Twin combo. Triple blossom.
Oh, never mind, they're doing some serious damage. This is a problem.
Triple blossom.
Okay, well, there's the damage difficulty.
Triple blossom. Twin palm strike. Death blossom.
I am so close to death. Oh my gosh.
Death blossom. Nurse.
Please heal me.
Demon twist.
Oh, actually, look at that XP though. Wait, that was totally worth it. Wait, that
Let's follow the
XP.
Seyfert Keys lead. It's the shortest path to the trial.
That XP was so good. But do you see what I mean? Like, that was on par with what we fought in the castle, but it gave almost double XP. That was completely worth doing, actually.
Nurse.
Again, I just don't understand the balancing of XP in this game. It has like the same issue Fantasia did, where some enemies just give like almost literally nothing, and then some random encounter gives like triple that. Ridiculous. Sound and crew felt very dynamic to each other. Yeah, I like it a lot. In fact, we're gonna play the director's cut version of Destiny. As soon as they finish the duo translation of that until Destiny 2, I will play them both back to back. You can quote me on that stream. We're gonna play them eventually. Now, they have a translation out for director's cut, technically, but they're still working on a start-to-finish translation for Destiny 2, and that same company, and by company I mean the fan of the game, I guess making the fan patch, will be doing both versions of the game. So I want to experience their version of it start to finish. I feel as though the dude gets worked as he's good at schmoozing his coworkers. Maybe.
Let's do it.
Pink copper? Okay.
Triple blossom. Triple blossom. Swallow dance. Death blossom. Twin thunder.
I actually got to do my combo, chat. You should feel proud. I didn't get interrupted randomly.
We took care of them.
And that XP was not worth it. I mean, well, I guess it was easy, I guess. So I think that's all the leveling I'm gonna do. Hope you enjoyed the brief leveling that I did. Isn't this exciting? I wonder how many others made it this far. Lord Ra has definitely been here, and I'm next. That's all that matters. Let's continue forward. I'm not liking this doorway. Who is this? Maybe the person who came up with the whole idea about the trial? Seyfert, but he doesn't look at all like the bronze statue we saw in Inferia. You'll assume overworld enemies were the last minute thing and the dungeon enemies were more designed? If you're talking about in terms of difficulty, the hardest enemies so far have been in dungeons. Miss Raw? Oh, Raw. It's true, he was the best. He carried the game so easy. This one seems to be much older. In Furia, as the legend passed down from generation to generation, the image of Seyfried probably changed to look more heroic. Heroic? Seyfried sacrificed his life to defeat Nereid. Oh, okay. That's the name of the thing we're gonna fight at the end of the game, inevitably. Okay, chat. Reminder, it's Nereid. Nereid. Thanks to him, the long war came to a close. Huh? Did not Nereid rise to free the oppressed? What are you talking about? That's what Carmel was taught. There seems to be a difference between the history taught in Furia and Celestia. I wonder which one is correct. We may find the answer here. Oh, I can't go in. Oh no, is the gimmick I have to play solo protagonist? Oh no. I don't want to do that. You're right. Reed is Nereid. Chad, that would actually be the stupidest plot twist. I wasn't even thinking about that, but if he is somehow the incarnation of that other being, I will also be kind of upset. She knows words like heroic, but not heroic. I mean, yeah, again, she's kind of inconsistent. Carmel? No worry, Carmel just tripped. Oh, that's actually really terrible dialogue. How could you fly all the way over here just by tripping? Carmel said Carmel okay. Not like a... I'm not gonna say it, but that felt kind of not funny. I was worried about you. Oh, gross, they're becoming close as a couple. Are you sure you're alright? You bet! Different cultures don't have words for things, though. Apparently not heroes. Should learn that first because her family are perverted freaks. I don't know about perverted, but they're certainly weird. I know, I promise I'll come back. Well, chat, I think this might be where we game over again. Well, good luck to you. What you might learn could help my research. I got it. Witcher, he left already? Oh no. This is gonna be so bad, chat. Well, it was fun while it lasted, maybe. Okay, what are we gonna fight? Or is it not gonna be? If it's not a fight, I would be so impressed with this game.
What's going on?
You have come.
That voice.
You cannot touch me, for I am not here.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's the voice of Lord Ra. He's kind of projecting his ghost here for some reason. Okay.
Who the hell are you?
Do you really not recognize him? He just has a hood on.
I am the messenger of Seyfried.
The messenger of Seyfried?
Even for those with Fibrium, the trials of Seyfried are cruel. Are you prepared?
Wait, we don't recognize him? Even though he has blue hair and has the same voice? It's like, oh no, he's wearing robes. Who is he?
I'll pass any trial you throw at me.
Then I shall ask but one thing. Why do you desire the Aurora art?
There's only one reason. To defeat Chazelle.
Why defeat her?
Because she's trying to destroy all of Eternia. That's not a good thing.
Eternia, why would you sacrifice all that you have to protect it? The trial is cruel. If you are half-hearted, you will only destroy yourself.
There are people I love that live in this world. I'm not letting them die.
Continue onwards, and open the door with your heart. The first trial awaits.
Huh?
I'm not gonna save. We're just gonna continue forward. Be as good trial maker as Jigsaw, John Kramer, maybe. Oh, we're the monster, chat. Egg Bear says, "Is this me, a monster?" Oh, we can't do any. Oh, look at our giant, freakishly long arms. It's now high tide. So is this related to the egg bear we killed earlier? Is this gonna be the trial?
Yeah.
Am I supposed to take this seriously? When you voice the monster like that? Nerd, yeah. I can't. Please tell me there is a way to. Wait, can we? Oh, I can. Oh, chat. Hold on. I'm gonna do this for the future. Hold on. This is for the chat. I want this voice too badly. Hold on. Where's sound effect volume? Go to 0. Hold on, chat. It's very important I get this voice clip. This is so ridiculous. Listen, we're muting the game for a little bit. Respect it. I'm gonna not speak. I'm gonna go back and clip this voice. Because I don't think we could get the voice clips otherwise. We could get sound effects, but not voice clips. We're getting the voice, chat. It's very important. That voice is so ridiculous. Okay, I think I have enough samples. Man, not having any skills kind of sucks. At least he stuns them instantly. Actually, you know what? I kind of want that victory line as well. Hold on. Oh, we can't heal ourselves? Oh, this sucks. Okay, I better progress. My family killed. We killed them earlier in the game. I wonder if it's supposed to be like we literally fight ourselves or something. I want that victory sound effect too. One moment, chat. We're gonna get into one more forced encounter. Oh, now Tales of Eternia doesn't want me to fight anything? Okay, whatever, Tales of Eternia. Oh, we don't have an aerial move? That's weird. Oh no, I'm getting infinited. Just I actually can't uppercut here due to how this game works. This is kind of a problem. Wait a minute, am I gonna game over? I can't hit them. So there's okay, so if chat is not aware, the reason why this is a big problem and why I'm probably gonna game over here, up and attack defaults to jump by default. So I cannot upwards attack unless I do another attack into an uppercut, which is really bad game design. I don't know why they did that, but it's horrendous. So I can only uppercut if I do that, which is super bad. I don't know why they did manual mode like that. We're gonna die. Let's at least hear the victory cutscene. I can't hit him. Wow, I couldn't do anything. I have to set it to semi-auto. Retry? Oh, wait, this is a big problem. Damn, I have to sit through that cutscene again? Oh, wait, and I can't switch it off of manual in here? Oh, come on, really? That's such a huge oversight. Why, man, Eternia, play test your game. Oh, come on. So stupid. I can't use items. That is such a big oversight. I actually have to reset here. I'm not even kidding. I have to reset. I don't have an ability to uppercut, and we're fighting flying enemies. What were they thinking? I have to, like, buffer it. It feels so bad. Okay, I got the voice clip I wanted. We could put the sound back on. Wow, chat. 0 out of 10. Even when I'm having fun, the game finds a way to ruin it. I don't remember what it was up to. It was like 96 or 98. This, I think, was 103. I'll lower this slightly. This is fine. Yeah, I just like this. That was one of the few complaints I had about manual mode in this game. Like, you get it much earlier, and you don't need an item for it, like in the other games, so that's an improvement. But I literally cannot uppercut. I have to, like, hit X, and then very slightly delay up. But if I do it too slow, I get a normal jab. Very bad game design, chat. 0 out of 10. I don't know if we can even beat the boss. I might just reload. Finally, the boss appears, but I won't lose to the likes of an egg bear. So if you remember, chat, all the way back at the beginning of the game, we found the dead merchant. So I'm wondering if we'll encounter ourselves, because I think we did fight an egg bear boss, but it's been a while. Stop, I'm a human. Hello, egg trader. We have to murder you according to the plot timeline. Have I killed a human? Oh, please don't do a Tales of Abyss on me. I can't handle it. Listen, you better not have an existential crisis on this. Help! Help! Let me go! There we go. This is the scene we saw. Egg Bear says, "Ah, our eggs. This place is dangerous? My eggs." So... okay. It's all lining up. Live, I'll live. There we go. So this is confirmed. This is where it was, time-wise. Yeah, the blood splatter is something else.
Sonic Blade! No problem.
We killed ourselves in the future, chat. I want to live. I know we camp here. Yeah, I'm starved. Okay, this is a more interesting dungeon than I thought it would be. Yeah, we're gonna get carved up. Remember that, chat? What are you doing? Oh, I'm making jerky. If you dry egg bear meat, it makes good emergency rations. I'm afraid I can't agree. Over time, egg bear meat undergoes a chemical transformation and loses much of its nutrients. What are you talking about, jerk? You've never eaten it. I don't need to eat it to know. It's explained in Volume 3, Chapter 21 of the Lenoa Encyclopedia. I don't care what it says. I'll eat it all the time and I know I'm right. Boys, come down. Doesn't matter either way.
This is... What?
We did eat ourselves, apparently.
You're the messenger of Seyfert.
You have returned alive.
I don't know how we returned alive. I don't really understand that. Well, we died. We actually did die straight up, but sure.
Wait a minute. Was that the trial?
Just remember, chat, I'm not allowed to die to those random encounters. I have to die to ourselves for the plot to progress.
The whirling thoughts now within your heart must not be forgotten. They are that which you are not aware of or have avoided.
I'm a hunter. I had to do that to live.
What a line delivery.
It is all right. No one can blame you for what you have done. Facing the truth in time.
I was gonna say,
trials.
I guess I just have to grin and bear it.
I understand. I won't seek false justification. I'll accept fact as fact.
It is well. You have overcome Seyfert's first trial. Receive the Aurora Wall.
That was much easier than I thought, even though manual mode made one of those fights almost impossible. Thanks, manual mode. I'm glad that was play tested and not fixed in the PSP version.
Aurora Wall?
An Aurora art, which protects by forming a quasi-space barrier.
Manual bears definitely can't uppercut. That was such a struggle. Like, again, it's like if you hit them both at the same time, you get jump. I again don't understand why they did that. That's why I couldn't assign specials on the up special unless I'm already mid combo. Like that was the big problem with playing the martial artist is I have like that dive kick move, but because it's on up and attack or up and special, I mean, I can't do anything with it. I have to jump and then do it, which is really awkward. So I have to do it mid combo.
Oh, that was the skill Raz protected us with.
Now, seek the path to your next trial.
There are more trials? Will I become a monster again?
The trials are not predetermined. It simply opens a passage to the conflict within your own heart.
I mean, I feel like they have a lot of theme of hunting in the different Tales games. It's definitely a big theme within Berseria. It's a theme in this one. It also comes up in Abyss briefly. Like the idea of like killing to survive versus, you know, doing it for entertainment or sport. It does come up in a few different games from like the protagonist standpoint, not just like a villain standpoint. So I could see where some of the inspiration was in later games. I think they just revisited these themes. By pressing circle, X, and square when Gorger's health is flashing. Okay, so just like in Fantasia, you have like a critical health art. It's a sacred skill that will nullify the actions of everyone, including any uses of Cremal arts. HP will increase during its use. Once the skill is used, cannot be used again until your HP is recovered above a certain level. Yeah, we could kind of cheese that to some extent with the Holy Symbol. If we really want to. Let's save in case I have to do that again. Why is the next trial not starting? Didn't he say there's more trials? Confused. Butcher, what is the matter? Are you alright? Sorry, I'm still kind of dazed. Did you complete the trial? I completed the first trial. There's still more. Really? Don't worry, I'm not gonna give up. Forger? I was given the Aurora Wall by Sacred's messenger. It's a skill that Lord Ra used to save us. I see. Yay, Gorger, let's hurry back to the Van Eltia. But... Oh, the trial's in a different building. I thought we were doing like a set of trials here and then a set of trials elsewhere, but is it just one trial per building? Okay. Also, their fascination for North mythology. Are you telling me that they reuse Yggdrasil in a JRPG game? Every game is East, every game is Yggdrasil, every game is Valkyrie Profile. This game eventually will find Yggdrasil, don't worry about it. This will tell us. Most of their meat has been fish. That makes sense, Phoenicia. I don't really understand where that is, given that I don't know where it centered us there, so I'm gonna have to do that again. The next test is going to be in Inferia. How do we get there? We'll search. If the safer key is pointing to Inferia, there's gotta be a way to go back. Harm will agree. It might be something like Cramelcraft somewhere. I doubt it. It would be quicker to ask Galanos to make one for us. Galanos says it takes years and years. Because your world is just berserk. Something like that. No problem. If we look, I'm sure we'll find something that will take us back to Inferia. Also, they're really not subtle with naming the different planets. Oh, she's kicking Quickie? Oh, she's instantly the chat's least favorite. It's over, Brim. Your time in the sun is over. No one disrespects Quickie. Inferia, I'm afraid that's not possible. Van Eltia's only a ship. Of course it can't. Want to gather clues about how to return to Inferia. Take us ashore at the nearest town. We'll find something like the Bridge of Light. A bridge? Let's go and search for Ifrit's legacy. Oh no. Why now? You do want to go to Inferia, right? You do know who my great-grandfather is, don't you? Unfortunately, you bring it up often. It's Ifrit, isn't it? The great pirate who struck fear into sailors all over the world? That's right. And all over the world means all of Eternia. Hashtag kill the kid. The one Tales game I had more fun with is Tales of Graces, but those characters. Oh, yeah, Tales of Graces is pretty fun combat-wise. I think I didn't have issues with most of the characters, to be honest, but one. One character in particular was really bad. And I'm like, are we supposed to like this character? And without giving away spoilers, it's the mechanic. It'll make more sense when you get to the game. That character, I'm like, what's wrong with you? Are you suggesting that one of Ifrit's legacies may be a tool for us to get to Inferior? Are you sure? First of all, let's go back to my mansion. Leave it to me. Apparently, Venetia. She's the likable one? Oh, I don't know about that. Let me put it this way. I don't know what that character's obsession is with touching other people and getting close to, I think, smell them at one point. It's really weird, Venetia. You really should rewatch the cutscenes with the character. That character actually made me uncomfortable. I'm just like, what is going on with this character? There's something not right with them. This is a weird thing. I don't know what I'm witnessing. Yeah, I think the other characters were fine. Like that, no, like, that was not acceptable to me. And that was like, I will give a warning when we come to that character for sure. Like, I promise you it doesn't come up at that many scenes, but it's still really weird.
Ha! Triple blossom! Swallow dance! Death blossom!
Oh my gosh, I actually completed my combo. I did it, chat. Yeah, it's just like, if those scenes didn't exist, maybe I'd like the character, but that was like the introduction to the character, so it was just an instant turn off for me. No, I completely disagree with you there. I think she was supposed to be funny, but it just came off as exceptionally creepy. The whole game. The entire game. Just like, ooh. That's how I felt with that character. But I think I'm about done for today. It apparently just wants us to explore around. And I think we defeated enough bosses, so I think we'll pause here. So we'll talk about other things briefly. I did not find that character endearing. Yeah, Graces is going to be interesting. I feel like Graces is very experimental. I appreciate that they did it. I just don't feel like some of the character motivations really worked for me. I feel like they have the same problem that some of the other Tales games do, where they suffer from a severe case of the stupid. So they kind of gloss over some really important plot points, and then they're like, oh no, that plot point that should have been obvious to everybody ever that's the real problem? No. Like that's kind of the problem with the game. But I like everything else about it, more or less. And the combat is pretty fun. I think that's kind of the inspiration for some of the future Tales games. It goes, instead of using TP, it has a point-based system. But again, I also feel like the game is kind of incomplete, and you can kind of feel that if you play the enhanced version, Graces F, because things that are very, very common staples in Tales were just not present in that game. Like, mystic arts were missing in that game. Throw your hands in the air. They put it in the post game for some reason. I don't really understand it. I'm like, well, if they added it in the post game Graces F content only, why didn't they put that into the core game? Okay. Just like weird decisions with it. So I don't know what the story is with that. I definitely want to look into it. Best motivations in history. Oh, I don't want to talk about Abyss. I hated Abyss. Berseria, I could agree. Zillia's pretty strong. Destiny, we were kind of wishy-washy in the beginning, but I feel like overall it made sense when our characters were doing things. So we were kind of forced into the plot for a while, and then we kind of came into our own. Yeah, Berseria for sure. But I don't know. Abyss, That's one of the forbidden games. We will never play that on stream. Symphonia, it's more just because I'm not interested in the combat or the characters, and Abyss is because I absolutely loathe the protagonist. Hate that character, chat. Hated that character. The intent was to make him unlikable, and they succeeded. Because I'm just like, I don't want to play this character. I got to the plot twist, and that made me rage quit the game for sure. I got very upset. I'm like, you tell me I could have been playing as this other character the whole time instead of this jerk? Oh, I'm done with you. I'm like, I'm done. And I quit out at that point in the game. To leave it as ambiguous as possible. But I did play a decent amount of the game. It's not like I just quit at like 5 hours or anything. Got fairly far into it. But I had enough of the protagonist. But anyway, what would we be playing after Eternia is the question. I just really don't feel like playing Symphonia. I thought about having the chat potentially play the game for me, and we would kind of laugh because of, the game is so simplistic that I could literally just assign Demon Fang to a chat command. I think we would probably beat the game that way. I'd literally the chat would just be spamming Demon Fang, and that is funny in concept, but I just don't think I could sit through the story of Symphonia. I just don't think I can, chat. That's a long time to sit through a game you don't really enjoy that much. He's only playable for 1 or 2 parts. No, it's over. I just mean the story could have been based on that character instead of you playing the jerk that you play for the first, I don't know, 30 hours before the plot twist. Most experimental games were Xillia 2 and Graces. Yeah, I would agree with that. I still can't believe somebody said to me Xillia 2 Volt was an easy boss. I'm still in shock from that, chat. I'm like, did you not play it on hard mode? That boss is like almost impossible. If you played on normal, well, I'm like, well then everything's beatable. It's normal. The bosses don't really try on normal. But yeah, that was one of the games where I gave up trying to play on max difficulty. Because I'm just like, this is just horrendous. So maybe we'll briefly look at Xillia 2, but that's another game I don't super enjoy. The best way to describe it for people that haven't played it is, what if a fanfic writer decided to insert a Gary Sue character that was friends with everybody and had every power ever, and he gets to relive all the best moments of Xillia 1. I think that's the best way to describe Xillia 2. And also grinding. MMO grinding. Which is like, I guess okay if you really like the characters in Xillia and you want to see them interact in different ways, but it's pretty transparent. it's just an author insert character. Why not jump to Arise after Eternia? That's way later into the series. I'm playing them more in order at the moment. So we did Fantasia, we did Destiny, we're doing Eternia. I might skip Symphonia and do Xillia, then I'd probably play Vesperia. We've already played Berseria and Zestiria, so I could skip doing those again. But maybe after that. I also don't own Arise. I'm not sure if I want to buy it, to be honest. I have very mixed feelings about it. Reen says it's the perfect explanation. I know. That's when people try to tell me it's the best game ever, I'm like, oh, not in plot. It has a very interesting combat system. I could see people getting invested in it for sure. But in terms of like motivation to play the game, it doesn't really give you that much, to be honest. I think it does some very interesting things that if it were a little slower, could have been really cool. Like your decisions can impact character relationships, which I like that as like a concept. And I do like that if I'm there with somebody in person, there's kind of like a quick time event where you choose like decision A or decision B. And that kind of keeps the dialogue a bit more involved if you're playing with other people. So that way people could just like shout like, oh, left, or right, because it's like the left or right trigger to make a decision. But that will not translate very well over the stream, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, like, that is the perfect explanation of Xillia 2. I mean, I can see, again, I do not blame people for liking the combat. It is probably the most complex. For me, it goes too far. I don't like playing a character with triple stance and forms shift. I can handle a character having 2 forms or like being able to swap stances, but 3 different stances and trying to remember every single elemental weakness and figuring out which move is really good in the air for the ground to air for like 4 different weapon types is like way too much. I feel like the character is just like, I don't know, Towards the end of the game, like, you get to pick and choose a little better, but early on, trying to chain the different elements, you really have to kind of know what every single technique does. And if I put any kind of break in between playing the game, I'm gonna forget what the elements are. Yeah, so I don't think that one will translate very well to streams, unless it's something I really practice. Because you have things like mid-air gun cancels to swap stances, you have like guard cancels, and you get the chrono gauge at some point, and it's just like, it's so overstuffed in mechanics, so like it did not need to be like this. So it plays more like, I guess, a fighting game at that point, where there's just so many moves that it gets kind of crazy. I think that protagonist has the most moves of any protagonist in any game by far, because he can learn, I think, over 40 techniques per weapon, and then there's like special techniques specific to him that I don't know if you count those, like the form swap attacks. So it's a lot to keep track of if you're trying to do combos. And again, like for people that really want to deep dive into it, it is very rewarding in that sense. But for me, I feel motivated by the characters, and I just didn't see the characters anything other than an author self-insert. So I was pretty much immediately uninvested, unfortunately. But it is what it is. I guess the other question is, would I bother with some of the handheld Tales games? Because I know somebody mentioned the DS games. I would have to double check if they're translated. I'm pretty sure they are not, because I know there's Hearts and Innocence. One of them might be translated now, so I'm not going to say they're not completely untranslated, but again, it has to be patched into the game. I'm not counting somebody putting like the game facts translation, since I feel like chat won't be able to follow along at all if that happens, and I will be like in a complete mess trying to remember equipment and arts and everything else. I really don't want to go to that extensive memorization for a game that might not even be good. However, I think there are some spin-off games. We'll try a little bit. I don't know if we'll play to the completion of them, since I had kind of mixed feelings on them. Like, for example, there was the... I forget the name of the Tales game. There's a DS Tales game that involves, I think, were creatures. That, I think, is translated. I don't remember the name of that game offhand. It could even be one of the ones that was mentioned. I just don't recall its name offhand. Like, maybe we'll take a look at it. Well, you know, it'll be okay. It depends on how much they stick to traditional 2D. I don't expect anything riveting, but honestly, at this point, can it really be worse than Fantasia? To be real honest with you. To be real honest with you. Tales of Hearts has an official translation since it was brought over. I have to see which one that is. Maybe. Oh, I think it's Crestoria. I was trying to think about which one that was. No, it's not. Is it? No. I mean, that is a Tales game, but I don't think that's the one I'm looking for. I'll double check. Do a quick Google while I'm here, chat. Or I don't find it immediately. Whatever, I don't care anymore. But anyway, I have that set aside. Tales of Heart R is, I think, what it's called. Yeah, they kind of have, hopefully we could get the enhanced version of whatever the games are, for sure. But I have to do more research when it comes to that. So I've been more willing to play some of those after this game, since they would be closer to Xillia in terms of release. Yeah, Crestoria is the mobile game. Yeah, I was like, technically true. That is a Tales game, but it's not the one I'm trying to think of. That's fine. Yeah, we won't be playing mobile games for sure. I'm not interested in that for sure. But anything else? I think that's the general order. I think that's about it. I can't think of anything else for Tales. So, with that in mind, I guess we'll say that this is the end of the stream. So I think next week we will be continuing this game. We'll be doing a little less PSO in general, so Saturday will be back to its normal time. And we will be hopefully completing the game within the next 4 to 6 sessions, if I had to guess. So we're gonna, like, lay out the plot. We have to go to another trial, but to get to there, the game is gonna waste our time for 3 hours, and we're gonna have to search all over the world for arbitrary treasure locations. So I'm expecting that to be the next session. Then we have to do the trial, which we may or may not start next session. Then there's going to be some complication question mark, and we might have to do the other temples. So that would be another 2 sessions, potentially. And then if the game respects us, we'll go to the final dungeon, and that'll be the last of the Tales of Eternia. But I have a feeling... I have a feeling the game has probably a little more in store for us that's going to take a little longer than that. But those are the expectations and plans. All I can say for now is thank you all for joining, and I hope you have a good day or a good night, depending on the time zone.